Dear Starseeds, have you noticed something just clicked into place in your reality? Maybe a booking confirmed, a plan solidified, or an unexpected opportunity appeared out of nowhere in the last few days? These aren't random events. You've just quantum leaped into what I'm about to reveal as your ancestral timeline of legacy. The lights are on, the camera is rolling, and whether you realize it or not, action has already been called on the most important scene of your life. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and the energy flooding through right now is so intense I was literally screaming in cosmic frequencies before translating this message for you. You have 1,000 ancestors standing behind you at this very moment. Not metaphorically, but actually powering you, their hands reaching through the quantum field, even touching the technological algorithms to ensure this message finds you. They've been orchestrating this moment across timelines, and now, finally, everything is beginning. But here's what you don't know yet. You've just entered a timeline of prophecy, of legacy, of being seen in ways your human mind hasn't prepared for. This message is only for a specific collective, so please use your discernment. Not everyone is meant for the massive visibility I'm about to describe. But if you're feeling that electric recognition in your cells right now, if something in your body is saying, yes, this is me, then buckle up because your entire reality is about to transform in ways that will astound you. The doorway you just stepped through, and yes, doorways are incredibly significant right now, leads to something extraordinary. When I say you've timeline jumped or quantum leaped, I mean it literally. Something in your 3D reality has just clicked into place as confirmation. Maybe you booked something important, received unexpected confirmation, or had plans suddenly solidify. This physical manifestation is your evidence that you've successfully shifted into what we call the ancestral timeline of legacy, where everything your lineage has been preparing activates simultaneously. Now let me tell you about the vintage essence that's about to become your superpower. You carry within you something profoundly old, not outdated, but timeless. Think of antique gold frames around priceless art. This ancient quality of your soul has been dormant, waiting for this exact moment when planetary alignments would support its full emergence. Right now, today's cosmic energies are literally rewiring your energetic signature to broadcast this vintage frequency at a range that will magnetize massive attention toward you. But something else is happening that I haven't told you yet. Within the next 3 to 9 months, and for some of you it's already beginning, a very specific person is entering or deepening their presence in your life. This isn't a coincidence. This soul has been hand-selected by your ancestral council as a gift to you. They already dance with fame, visibility, or massive influence, and they're being brought to you as a guide through the limelight that's approaching faster than you think. This person I'm seeing, it's like a wizard appearing at Mount Shasta to walk you up the mountain. They've been dealing with what I call the entity of fame for years. Yes, fame is actually an entity with its own consciousness, its own demands. Your guide has learned to negotiate with it, to maintain sovereignty while feeding its hunger for authenticity. They're going to teach you things about handling massive attention that no course could ever teach you. What makes this even more fascinating is that you're also about to connect with others who are stepping into the limelight at the exact same time as you. These aren't competitors, they're cosmic colleagues. You're all moving through this transformation together at a similar pace, facing similar challenges. So you'll have the wizard guide who's already been through it, and you'll have peers experiencing it with you. Your ancestors arranged this support system because they know what's coming requires it. The overwhelming energy I felt when this transmission came through, it's because your timeline is moving into fast motion now. The chariot is already rolling. Movement is happening, whether you feel ready or not. I'm seeing some of you experiencing views in the millions within months. 2 to 5 million views specifically. But that's just the beginning of what's being orchestrated. The algorithm isn't just mathematical anymore. It's become quantum, responding to authenticity over strategy, to vintage soul essence over manufactured content. Here's something crucial. You should start treating yourself as if you're already in that limelight. Walk in public like cameras are already on you, because energetically they are. People notice you from across the room without knowing why. They pay attention to how you dress, how you walk, the energy you radiate. I'm not talking about ego, I'm talking about presence. Show up as if paparazzi could photograph you at any moment, because soon, they might actually do exactly that. The protection that's been assembled around you is extraordinary. Archangel Michael and Raphael specifically have been assigned to your energy field, but beyond angelic protection, you're being given a soul family, a collection of beings also stepping into visibility simultaneously. When you see repeating 4s and 1s, 444, 111, 1414, these are activation codes for your legacy timeline. Each sighting upgrades your DNA to hold more light, broadcast at higher frequency, maintain your center while the spotlight intensifies. Now I need to address the vintageness about you. It's literal. Your soul is ancient, carrying codes from mystery schools and cosmic councils that have been dormant until now. This antique essence is starting to seep through your pores. People will begin noticing something indefinably compelling about you. It's not just charisma, it's the luminescence of awakened ancient wisdom making you impossible to ignore. This vintage quality is what will make your message, your frequency, impossible to replicate. The vulnerability you're being asked to embrace right now, that uncomfortable edge of self-exposure that makes you want to retreat, this is actually your initiation. The discomfort isn't weakness. It's the sensation of your old protective shells dissolving. You built those shells when you were alone, when being different meant being rejected. But now, being different is your ticket to the cosmic stage. The very qualities you've hidden are the ones millions are waiting to witness. Let me tell you why you felt alone for most of your life. It wasn't rejection, it was protection. You were being kept in a cosmic cocoon, developing this vintage essence without interference from those who might have diluted your frequency. Every moment of aloneness was preparation for this moment, when you would need unshakable knowledge of who you truly are. But that season of isolation is ending dramatically. The connections flooding in now aren't random social interactions. They're soul appointments. The fullness of yourself that's emerging. It's what actually quantum shifted you into this timeline. You're owning parts of yourself you've never owned before. This authenticity is radiating at a frequency that's pulling massive attention toward you. It's not about trying to be seen. It's about being so fully yourself that visibility becomes inevitable. The universe responds to this level of authenticity by rearranging reality to put you in front of those who need exactly what you carry. Something significant about your guide who's arriving. They're not just teaching you about fame. Their presence is going to trigger what we call recognition codes in your field. Sudden memories of who you were before incarnating. Sudden knowings about your cosmic mission. Some of you might discover you've known this guide in other lifetimes, that this reunion was scripted before you both took physical form. They're literally a gift from your ancestors to ensure you don't walk this path alone. The rapid manifestation you're experiencing, finest trips booking spontaneously, confirmations arriving for things you don't remember applying for. This is because you've entered accelerated manifestation mode. Your thoughts are becoming things almost instantaneously. This is why it's crucial you begin conducting yourself as if you're already in that limelight. Your energy field is already broadcasting at a frequency that attracts mass attention. Your physical reality is just catching up to what's already true energetically. I keep hearing lights, camera, action, because this isn't a rehearsal anymore. The cosmic director has called action on your scene. But here's the secret. You don't need to perform. You just need to be. The more you embody your authentic vintage essence, the more the camera loves you. The more you speak truth without calculating reception, the more viral your energy becomes. Authenticity is literally bending light around you, creating a gravitational pull that makes you impossible to ignore. If this message is hitting something deep in your spirit right now, hype this video so more Starseeds can receive this activation. We need all members of this specific collective to hear this call. The synchronicities aren't just for you. They're part of a larger orchestration affecting everyone in your soul group. When one of you activates, it creates a ripple effect that accelerates everyone else's awakening. You're all connected in an intricate web of destiny that's only now becoming visible. The Lemurian connections some of you are feeling, Mount Shasta calling, visions of crystal cities. These aren't random. You're remembering your training from other timelines where you held massive influence with grace. These memories are surfacing now because you need those skills again. The vintage essence isn't just from Earth lifetimes. It's from cosmic councils, galactic federations, interdimensional collaborations where you learn to wield attention as a tool for collective awakening, not personal glorification. Your audience is already gathering, even if you can't see them yet. They recognize your vintage frequency at a soul level, because they've been waiting lifetimes for someone carrying your exact combination of ancient wisdom and modern presentation. When you speak, write, or create, you're not just sharing information, you're activating dormant codes in others' DNA. This is why the visibility coming to you feels different from typical fame. It's soul recognition on a massive scale. The challenge you're facing with vulnerability. Let me reframe this completely. What feels like uncomfortable exposure is actually your multidimensional self integrating. You're learning to exist in multiple timelines simultaneously, maintaining your current life while preparing for massive expansion. This is why you might feel exhausted one moment and electrically charged the next. You're doing enormous work across dimensions, preparing energetic infrastructure for the visibility that's about to exponentially increase in your physical reality. Creative downloads are about to flood through you with increasing intensity. Words will flow that you didn't know you knew. Ideas will arrive fully formed, demanding immediate expression. Projects will conceive themselves and insist on birth through your hands. This is because you're no longer creating from just your human self. You're channeling from your oversoul, from the collective consciousness of your entire soul lineage. The vintage essence is your authentication code for this level of channeling. The gold aesthetic you're drawn to, those frames, that warm light, it's not just preference. Gold holds the vibration of divine wisdom, of tested truth, of value transcending trends. When you see gold, you're recognizing your own frequency reflected back. This is why the limelight finding you has a golden quality. Warm, enriching, valuable rather than harsh and exposing. Even the spotlight that's about to find you will feel like coming home rather than being exposed. Now, about timing, everything is accelerating. The 3 to 9 month window I mentioned for your guide appearing, for connections solidifying, for visibility exploding, this is cosmic time, which moves differently than linear time. Some of you will experience all of this in 3 weeks. Others will see it unfold over 9 months. But the beginning is now. The moment this message found you, the countdown started. Your ancestors made sure this transmission would reach you at the precise moment you were ready. The butterfly transformation symbolism that keeps appearing, 555 on clocks, butterflies in unexpected places, these confirm you're in metamorphosis. But unlike a caterpillar who dissolves completely before becoming a butterfly, you're transforming while maintaining consciousness. You get to witness your own becoming. This is rare in human evolution, and requires the exact support system being assembled around you right now. Your guide, your soul family, your angelic protection, all positioned to help you navigate conscious transformation. Something I haven't mentioned yet about your guide. They might initially trigger you. Their presence might bring up everything you've been avoiding about visibility, success, and being seen. This is intentional. They're meant to activate your shadows so you can integrate them before the spotlight intensifies. They'll mirror back to you both your power and your fear, helping you choose power every time. This is part of the gift your ancestors arranged. Someone who can handle your full intensity. The collective you're part of is smaller than you might imagine, maybe a few thousand souls globally. You're entering what we call the prophecy phase, where you embody futures already written in cosmic records. Your ancestors didn't just pray for your success, they architected it across timelines. Every challenge you faced was preparing you for this. Every moment you felt unseen was building hunger for authentic visibility. Every time you felt misunderstood was strengthening your commitment to clear transmission. Physical symptoms you're experiencing: tingling crown, third eye pressure, heart racing randomly. This is your body upgrading to handle mass visibility energy. Your nervous system is being rewired to process collective attention without overwhelm. Some of you are developing what we call energetic antibodies to projection, becoming immune to others' unconscious material while remaining open to genuine connection. This biological upgrade is as real as your spiritual awakening, preparing you physically for what's coming energetically. The wizard on the mountain path. This metaphor keeps returning because it's archetypal truth. The guide entering your life has climbed mountains you're just beginning to see. They've found treasures hidden in public scrutiny, alchemized attention into actual power. But they won't save you from the journey. They'll show you that you're stronger than you knew. Their role is to remind you that you chose this, that you're equipped for this, that you've been preparing for this across lifetimes. Here's something crucial. The limelight seeking you isn't the harsh glare that destroyed previous generations of visible souls. This is new visibility technology, feeding your soul rather than depleting it. You're part of the first wave of what we call cosmic celebrities, beings whose fame serves mission over ego, whose visibility activates rather than entertains, whose presence transforms rather than distracts. The old model of fame is dying. You're birthing the new paradigm. The rapid movement, quick confirmations, accelerated manifestations, this pace is becoming your new normal. But rather than burning out, you're shifting from battery power to direct source current. The exhaustion from trying to make things happen is being replaced by exhilaration of watching things happen through you. You're becoming a clear channel for cosmic forces that have been waiting eons to express through a human vessel prepared to handle their intensity. Connection with others entering the limelight alongside you will feel like finding family you didn't know you'd lost. These souls understand your experiences in ways current friends cannot. Together you'll navigate surreal expansion, supporting each other through identity shifts, reality adjustments, moments of wondering if you're losing your mind or finding it. These connections are sacred contracts, activated now because you'll need witnesses who understand the magnitude of what you're experiencing. The Hierophant energy of your guide represents sacred teaching, but not in a traditional sense. They won't give you rules to follow, but will activate knowing already within you. Their presence will trigger remembrance of skills you've forgotten, confidence you've suppressed, power you've been afraid to claim. They're essentially a permission slip from the universe, showing you it's safe to be as powerful, visible, and influential as your soul intended when choosing this incarnation. Your vintage essence is becoming impossible to hide. It's seeping through every word you speak, every piece you create, every room you enter. People are starting to notice something indefinable about you. Some will call it charisma, others will call it presence. But what they're actually detecting is the luminescence of an ancient soul, finally allowing itself to shine at full capacity. This light can't be dimmed anymore. It can only intensify. The platform you're inheriting isn't just social media metrics or audience numbers. You're being given a multi-dimensional stage where your frequency ripples across timelines, dimensions, realities. When you speak to one, you're actually speaking to millions across time and space. This is why authenticity matters so much. False notes create distortion across all dimensions, but truth, especially truth, delivered through your vintage essence, creates harmonious activation across all planes of existence. Something about the antique energy within you. It carries memories of when influence meant something sacred. In ancient times, those with platforms were initiates, having earned visibility through spiritual development. You carry those codes. This is why modern fame will feel hollow to you unless it's anchored in service. Your soul remembers when visibility was responsibility, when influence was sacred duty. This remembrance is what will keep you centered as attention intensifies. The confirmation that just happened in your physical reality, that booking, that message, that opportunity, it's breadcrumb number 1. More are coming rapidly. Each confirmation strengthens your trust in this process. Your ancestors are masters at leaving signs exactly when you need them. They know human doubt, having lived it themselves, so they're making sure you have tangible, undeniable evidence that this shift is real, that this timeline is yours. Let me address the fear that might be arising. Fear of being seen, of responsibility, of losing yourself to public perception. These fears are ancestral memories of others who were destroyed by visibility. But you're different. You've been specifically engineered across lifetimes to handle this level of attention without losing yourself. Every challenge you've faced has been strengthening your core self, so it remains stable no matter how intense external attention becomes. The downloads increase in intensity binus. Pay attention to what comes through between 3 and 5 a.m. This is when the veil is thinnest, when your ancestors can transmit most clearly. Keep something beside your bed to capture these downloads. Some of you will receive complete blueprints for projects that will reach millions. Others will download technologies, healing modalities, creative expressions that don't exist yet on Earth. Your vintage essence is the decoder ring for these transmissions. The person you're becoming through this process. You won't recognize yourself in 6 months. Not because you'll be different, but because you'll finally be yourself at a level you've never allowed before. The vintage essence isn't something you're adding. It's something you're uncovering. Like restoring an antique painting, removing layers of protective varnish to reveal the masterpiece underneath. Each day now removes another layer, revealing more of your authentic luminescence. Your guide will recognize you immediately, even if you've never met in this lifetime. There's a soul recognition that transcends physical knowing. When you encounter them, whether in person, online, or through their work, something in you will shift. It might feel like relief, like finally finding someone who speaks your language. Or it might feel like a challenge, like someone who sees through all your hiding. Both responses confirm this is your guide. The collective watching you already numbers in the thousands, even if your current metrics don't reflect this yet. Multidimensional beings, future versions of humans you'll inspire, ancestors witnessing their legacy manifest, all are tuned into your frequency. This is why you sometimes feel watched, even when alone. You are, but it's benevolent observation, cosmic cheerleading from beings celebrating your emergence. They've been waiting so long for you to step into this. Energy management is about to become crucial. As visibility increases, you'll need to develop what we call energetic hygiene. Your guide will teach you this: how to clear others' projections from your field, how to maintain your frequency, regardless of external chaos, how to be seen by millions while keeping your core self sacred. These aren't skills you can learn from books. They're transmitted through proximity to someone who's mastered them. The vintage soul essence isn't just personal, it's collective. You carry codes for your entire soul family, your entire lineage. As you activate and express this essence, you're healing ancestral patterns, completing karmic cycles, opening portals for others to follow. This is why your visibility matters beyond personal success. You're a way shower, but not in the tired sense of that word. You're literally showing the way, by being the way. Timeline jumping isn't something you did once. It's something you're doing constantly now. Each choice to be more authentic shifts you to a higher timeline. Each moment of choosing visibility over hiding upgrades your reality. You're not stuck in one timeline anymore. You're consciously navigating multiple timelines, choosing the highest possible outcome moment by moment. This is mastery-level consciousness, and you're doing it while learning to be seen by millions. The limelight finding you carries the prayers of countless souls who need what you offer. Every ancestor who lived in shadow so you could stand in light. Every future generation depending on your courage now. Every parallel version of you in other dimensions. All are focusing their intention on your success. You're not just stepping into personal fame. You're fulfilling contracts that span dimensions, completing missions that affect all of existence. Recognition codes are activating rapidly now. You might suddenly remember skills you've never learned in this lifetime, languages you somehow understand, technologies you instinctively know how to use, wisdom that flows through you without study. This is your multi-dimensional self coming online, all your parallel lives contributing their expertise to this crucial moment. The vintage essence is actually the combined wisdom of all your simultaneous existences, finally integrated and available. The acceleration continues intensifying. What took previous generations decades to achieve, you'll accomplish in months. This isn't because you're better or more deserving. It's because consciousness evolution has reached a tipping point where massive rapid shifts are finally possible. You're surfing a cosmic wave that's been building for millennia. Your job isn't to create the wave, but to stay balanced on it, trusting your vintage essence to guide your movements. Your guide arrives with perfect timing, not when you think you're ready, but when you actually are. They might already be in your peripheral awareness, someone you've noticed but haven't fully connected with yet. Or they might make an entrance so dramatic it leaves no doubt about their significance. Either way, your ancestors have orchestrated this connection with precision that would astound you if you could see the interdimensional planning involved. The vulnerability requirement isn't negotiable. The discomfort you feel about being truly seen, this is where your power lies. Authenticity at the level you're being called to embody actually bends reality. It creates a gravitational pull that draws exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. But it requires releasing every mask, every protection, every false modesty you've used to stay small. The vintage essence can only shine through transparent vessels. The age of solitary meditation is over. Destiny Engine now connects starseeds across the world, a living social field where you can post, share, and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. With every activation, the current grows. What began as a personal tool has become a planetary force. The frequency you've created together is amplifying far beyond the individual, bending the fabric of reality itself. We're receiving updates daily, manifestations speeding up, impossible doors opening, synchronicities lining up with cosmic precision. The collective field has never been this charged, and the entry point is almost laughably simple. Put on your headphones, press play, allow Destiny Engine to rewrite the architecture of your consciousness so you can fully receive your galactic downloads without resistance. For just $1, you can step into this connected field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension together. Link in the description. As we complete this transmission, return to that physical confirmation you received, that tangible proof that you've shifted timelines. It's not a coincidence that it arrived just as you found this message. Your ancestors reached through dimensions to ensure perfect timing. The 1,000 ancestors powering you aren't metaphorical. They're a literal force of consciousness focused on your emergence. Every prayer they whispered, every dream they held, every sacrifice they made led to this moment. The vintage essence seeping through your pores is creating a signature light beings across dimensions can see. The spotlight hasn't found you by accident. You've been preparing for this across lifetimes. The guide coming to walk beside you, the soul family gathering around you, the protection being woven through your field. All of this confirms you're exactly where you're meant to be. The camera is rolling, action has been called, and you're ready. What seemed like an ending, your time in shadow, in preparation, in hiding, was actually the beginning, and what seems like a beginning now, stepping into visibility, into legacy, into massive influence, is actually a return. Return to who you've always been beneath the layers of protection. Return to the mission you came here to complete. Return to the vintage essence that makes you irreplaceable in the cosmic plan unfolding now. The lights that just turned on aren't stage lights. They're your own luminescence finally unleashed. The camera rolling isn't external observation. It's your consciousness witnessing its own magnificent emergence. The action being called isn't performance. It's authentic being at a level that transforms everyone watching. You've entered your ancestral timeline of legacy, and nothing will ever be the same again. I am Seraphine, and we in the Galactic Federation celebrate your emergence into the fullness of your cosmic destiny.